Woman who was the victim of a heinous crime at 100 years old.
She and her 91-year-old husband were tied up during a home invasion last fall. Her husband died. Now she's sharing her story for the first time, speaking exclusively with CBS 2's Alice Gaynor.
From heaven, the voice said, "You see the man you passed by there? Turn back."
Ethelene Thompson says meeting her husband Waldeman at a bus stop was literally a godsend.
I knew the voice was straight from God.
Then, 70 years old, she invited him to church. Faith became the center of their union. They began each morning with a prayer.
He was a good husband. He never fussed. He was so kind and loving, and the church people love him so much.
Ethelene even sleeps with 3 Bibles under her pillow. Married for 27 years, the couple also enjoyed sitting outside of their Decatur Street apartment until one afternoon on October 11th.
The big fat hands choking me. If you talk, I'll kill you. If you talk, I'll kill you.
100-year-old Ethelene was sitting on their bed, 91-year-old Waldeman napping next to her, when all of a sudden hands closed in around her neck.
I thought I died.
She says masked men tied her and her husband up and covered their heads using something to knock them out. When she came to, Waldeman was no longer next to her.
God helped me to reach the scissors.
Her legs and hands were bound, so she used these nearby scissors to free herself. She looked up and saw Waldeman on the ground 2 rooms away.
I saw him laying down, but I never knew if he was alive or he was dead.
She then went to the front door.
I said, "Sir, call 911. Call 911.
Ethelene says she doesn't remember being taken to the hospital, but she does remember hearing voices around her.
I heard someone said, "Her husband dead, you know. He died." One said, "Don't tell her."
It was then she learned her husband had died after going into cardiac arrest.
Miss him to my heart. Miss him.
Thompson leaned on her faith.
I never get to say goodbye to my husband. I know I'll meet him in the resurrection.
It's that same faith that also gives her the ability to forgive the 3 suspects in the case.
Why did you put this on the wall?
To remember the name of her. To remember her name and pray for her.
Suzette Troutman, a woman who once a week would bring the Thompsons to doctor's appointments or shopping, was arrested. The alleged getaway driver. Police say Troutman's nephew and another man allegedly stole cash out of a safe Troutman herself purchased for the couple. Not only does Ethelene forgive the suspects, she doesn't want anyone's pity.
You poor thing. They use that word to me. I don't like that word.
And though she initially spent 13 nights away from the apartment, she returned to that very same home where so much fear and terror gripped her that horrible afternoon in October.
The law said be not afraid. So I'm not afraid even to stay alone anymore.
Police are still looking for a 3rd suspect in the case. Investigators say Howard Morris is the man seen in surveillance video carrying the lockbox.
Someone that they trusted so much to betray them like that. Terrible.
It's incredible to see how strong she is after all of that. Still